This weekend, you're going to lose 1 hour. But imagine if you can wake up on Sunday morning and be years ahead in your career and finances, what would that look like for you? What if you could just skip the damn struggle and land at your financial destination? I have something super duper special for you today. I'm opening up a private training I did this week for my Serial Scrum Master Class and giving you a sneak peek of it. I'll show you exactly how to level up your Scrum career super fast without waiting years to figure it out on your own. In this special episode, I'm going to walk through my presentation I did earlier this week for the private training I'm doing. I'm going to break down strategies you need to know to be successful. And if you want the full training, head over to the Scrum Academy portal to watch the full episode. If you're new here, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that doggone notification bell because we bring in the heat. Today's episode is your sneak peek into my private Serial Scrum Master Class. Inside my private coaching group, I teach Scrum Masters how to dominate the job market and make more money using strategies that what? Actually work. Exactly. Today, I'm giving you an exclusive look at one of the most powerful lessons from the program. Let's jump into the presentation I did this week and break it all down. Welcome to Scrum Academy. My name is Scott Adams. I am your Scrum and Money Advancement Coach. First of all, I would like to thank you for investing in yourself, investing in this Serial Scrum Master certification. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Welcome to Sprint 1, the table of contents in regards of what we're going to be covering this week. Let's begin with lesson number 1, Introduction to Serial Scrum Mastery. Now let's talk about the concept of a Serial Scrum Master. Now, from my view, everybody that's a Scrum Master is a Serial Scrum Master. Why? Because long gone are the days of a Scrum Master having only one Scrum team. I've had that one time in my entire career. I was paid to oversee one Scrum team. Now, in most cases, you're going to have at least two Scrum teams. However, since the pandemic, we can manage several Scrum teams effectively. So if you're the lucky person like I was and only have one Scrum team, then you are just a Scrum Master. However, if you have more than one team, I would say that everybody is a serial Scrum Master, but the difference is, are you making serial Scrum Master money? The question is, are you doing the pimping or are you getting pimped? I feel bad for the Scrum Masters that are left at the organization I just got laid off with. Remember the data, 150 Scrum teams and you only have 10 Scrum Masters. Wow. They are in the process of being pimped, trying to manage that workload. Well, now let's take a step back. Is the company going to pay you any more money for managing, overseeing two teams? You and I know the answer to that. The answer is a quick hell to the no. They're not. So hopefully you can begin to relate to the words Serial Scrum Master. But the question is, what side of the fence are you on? Are you doing the pimping? For example, if you have 4 Scrum teams, is that 4 Scrum teams across 2 contracts, which means you just doubled your salary? Or is that 4 Scrum teams at the average annual salary of $120,000 a year? So which one are you? Which side of the fence are you on? Let me ask you something. Why do you work? And let's be real about that question. You work for money. Yeah, you might have a beautiful title. You might have all kinds of perks. You may love your Scrum team. You may love the company that you work for. But when we take away all those elements, why do you get up out of your bed and go into the next room to your computer or drive and go to a organization? Why do you do that? Because you believe that investment of time is going to help you to get to your financial destination. I hope that is the reason that you're doing this. and it's not just a hobby or something. Oh, I ain't got nothing else to do, so I'm just going to go to work and just do this thing. So I want you to really think about the concept of a serial Scrum Master. Whether you in Scrum, Agile, it doesn't matter. That applies to anybody who was doing more than one job. You was hired for one job, but you find yourself doing the job of many. Wow, I would say and make the case that you are a serial Scrum Master.
Hey!
Or if your title is a project manager, you a serial project manager or business analyst or whatever your job title is. If you doing more than what you was hired to do, I would make a case you are a serial working more than one something. Very nice. Sprint 1 objectives. We're going to expand on the role of a serial Scrum Master. By the end of this sprint, you will explore the multifaceted role of a serial Scrum Master. Again, you're already doing it. I'm just going to highlight what you're doing to show you how amazing you are. But you're missing the financial element of monetizing your skill set, including strategic alignment and organizational influence beyond just team facilitation. We're going to talk about key leadership qualities for agile success. You will identify essential leadership qualities vital for agile success, really any success, such as emotional intelligence, adaptability, and the ability to inspire and guide teams through change and uncertainty. And finally, you're going to be developing financial literacy fundamentals. So we're going to start off with, what are your career objectives? What are your financial goals? Because with that clear product goal for yourself in mind, then every other thing, your behavior wise, and every other thing that you do should align to the product goal. Remember the product backlog? Yes, everything in the product backlog is aligned to the product goal. If not, why in the hell is it in there? See how these Scrum principles are very relatable to life and you accomplishing your goals. Not just using the stuff for a company to help them to obtain their goals and dreams. Why don't you use it for yourself and your personal life is what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you throughout this 8-week program. Okay. Very nice. Lesson number 2, understanding the Scrum Master role. Now let's expand upon serial Scrum Master responsibilities. We take this a step further by engaging in strategic conversations. In other words, you're going to be thinking like an entrepreneur. You're thinking about your money. You're thinking about their money. You're thinking about all these variables as if you are the CEO of YOU, which you are, and you are on that Scrum team operating and moving the exact same way. You making decisions that not only impact the team, you making decisions that's going to impact you in your financial future as well. We promote value-driven outcomes. We're just not doing stuff for the sake of doing. We're doing stuff for a rhyme or reason, implementing the principles of Scrum. Now, if you really look at the market is changing. Project manager / Scrum Master has been a combination that's been out there for years, but you see more of those combinations right now. I've been looking at a lot of jobs lately, and I have even seen jobs that do not have the Scrum Master words in the job title. However, if you read the job description, it sounds and feels and smells just like a Scrum Master, but the job title is called Agile Project Manager. Discussion activity. I'm going to create a discussion board in our private channel. We're going to have some discussion activities this week. As well as that, I want you to share challenges that you face with other participants in the class, discuss real world challenges that you encounter as a Scrum Master so that we can foster an environment of shared learning and problem solving. So this collaboration, this discussion will actually give you an opportunity to begin to practice in your mind to seek clarity, how you're going to deal with this thing. There's another benefit too. Lesson number 3. Impact of effective Scrum mastery. Team performance. How do you measure that? How do you know if your team is doing a good job? How do you know if they're going in the right track? Well, the first thing I'm going to look at is the sprint goal. When we get to the sprint review, are we achieving the sprint goal? Because I'm also thinking about the Agile Manifesto principle that says working software is the primary measure of progress. Okay. Did we get it done? That is the most important metric. And then the second most important metric, once we get there, is at the sprint review, once we show it to the customer, they see it, touch it, feel it, play with it. Are they happy with it? And then get the feedback from that so that we can iterate and make it a better product for the next iteration. Now, in the general world, you will hear terms like velocity and predictability. You need to know these things. But to me, this is no indicator of how good or bad a team is doing.
Yes!
Now, I put a lot of stats and data in the lessons, stuff that will blow your mind. Product delivery impacts. Every company wants faster time to market. The best Scrum Masters are those who can help their team get to market faster. With effective Scrum practices in place, teams can deliver products more swiftly. This is one of the reasons that they're doing Scrum in the first place, to reduce time to market and to enhance their competitive advantage in a rapidly changing industry. Lesson number 4, leadership fundamentals. What is your leadership style? Do you know? The Scrum Guide used to have servant leadership in it, but now it just has true leader. That's very vague. There's several different types of leaders, several different descriptions of leaders. Do you know what leader you need to be in a specific situation? We're going to learn this week about the different types of leaders, and you're going to identify what is your leadership style. What is the leadership style that you feel most comfortable with? Is it servant leadership? Are you a transformational leader? Now, liking to personality traits, we have a dominant leadership style, but we have characteristics of them all. Okay. I live dominantly in servant leadership. Now, if I'm starting a new team, then I know I'm going to need to put more of my hat in the transformational leadership. Okay, Scott, along the way, you have this great vision that you set with the team, and not everybody's on board. Then I'm going to tap into adaptive leadership. I'm going to use the retrospective. Our job is to reveal and let the team resolve. Then after we identify your leadership style, we need to figure out essential leadership qualities that you must possess. I'm thinking about something my grandmother used to tell me. She said, hey, boy, you need to be cool as a cucumber. In other words, you don't let things bother you, which would equate to high emotional intelligence. We'll go deep into that this week. Adaptability and resilience, vision and strategic thinking. Lesson 5, embracing lifelong learning. I won't be able to say enough on this in this whole 8-week period. This is really where the transformation happened. Agile learning mindset. The importance of continuous learning. Lesson 6, financial literacy foundations. You have to understand your value. If you don't understand it, you won't be able to communicate it to others in such a way that they will pay you top dollar. Now, if you're a full-time direct hire, as I say to everyone, if you didn't negotiate your money up front, then shame on you. All because of what? You failed to know your worth and work on your negotiating skills. Now, I was talking to my best friend earlier today. He said, hey, man, I just had a stellar evaluation. I got a $2 raise. Would you say that's a good raise? These are why the first step, your homework this week, is about what are your learning goals and what are your financial goals. That's your starting place, because everything else, once you get that in place, is in line with achieving those objectives. Very nice. Income scaling strategies. If you're a full-time direct hire person, I already know in most cases you're not making $100,000, which is very, very sad. Or if you are making $100,000, you on the low end of the totem pole, and you're not even at the average annual salary. In most cases, if you full-time direct hire. Okay, if you decide to stay in that job, what you cannot afford to do is to let your skill set diminish. You see the difference in an employee mindset versus an entrepreneur mindset? You see, that's what I'm helping you with. Serial Scrum Master. Okay, we think like entrepreneurs. Personal finance roadmap. This is your homework for this week. You're going to identify your financial goals, your financial targets. It will change. It will increase over time. But let's start with the number. Let's start thinking about doing a gap analysis and identifying the skills that you have, identifying the skills that you want, identifying the skills that you need, identifying those skills that you could monetize today. And while we work on those others, that's going to pay you tomorrow and well into the future so that we can create multiple income streams for you. Now, that could be freelance work, that could be consultation, anything to enhance your financial stability and your resilience. Doesn't matter whether we're in World War III or recession or depression. It doesn't matter what's going on because you built a skill set that's all that proof. It doesn't matter. It's layoff proof. It's termination proof. It's fireproof. It's whatever proof. You have created that skill set that you always relevant. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. Don't think of this as a college course. This is your life course. Take the time to do diligence to make sure it's robust as you would like for it to be. Just don't go through the motions of doing this just for the sake of it being a checkbox thing. I don't do checkbox anything. No, this is not a checkbox exercise. Thank you very much. That will be the requirements and the deliverables for Sprint 1. Again, just to recap, your homework, your deliverables for this week is for you to begin to think about your financial goals. And also, I want you to think about your skills goals. What are your learning goals? You're going to be creating two things this week. One is your financial goals. And then the other is you're going to create a learning backlog. I'll give you some ideas in terms of what mine looks like. I will show you my learning backlog that I built actually in Jira. Those goals will help you remind yourself, oh, why are you doing this in the first place? Your product goal, right? Exactly. Well, hey, that's all I have for you for Sprint 1. I'll see you in Sprint 2. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. You just got a sneak peek into the Serial Scrum Master Class, but trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I go bone marrow deep. Looking forward to the live coaching call that I got coming up in the next couple of days. If you're serious about getting ahead fast, you need to watch the full episode inside of the Scrum Academy portal right now. I'm not going to keep it up long. Maybe I keep it up to Sunday, but hey, you need to get in there now and go ahead and check it out because there is some super duper high level information in there that for those who are serious, go ahead and get it and apply it to your life. Begin to do the things that are in there right now. You will begin to see immediate change in the trajectory of your career. This training will show you how to get interviews without applying. Position yourself for high-paying Scrum Master jobs that go well beyond the average annual salary of $120,000. We're going to show you how to monetize your skills and begin to build multiple income streams for you and your family. If that sounds interesting to you, again, imagine if we can wake up Sunday morning and boom, we're right there where we want to be in terms of our financial destination is concerned, right? Exactly. Class is in session right now. Head over to the Scrum Academy portal before this exclusive training disappears. Also, I want you to drop a comment below and answer the following question. If you can fast forward 1 year into your career, what would your dream Scrum Master salary be? I would love to know that number. Before you go, like this video, subscribe for more career changing Agile insights. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss what's next. Be agile, do Scrum, take control of your financial future. And I'll see you inside of the portal.